What's up? I'm Carlo Redl. I was born in Tokyo, raised here for a while, lived in Singapore, California, Miami, and now I'm just all over the place.
When you feel like I'm only there to let you down.
First time I picked up the guitar was when I was 4, and I had a really bad attitude. My first teacher actually kicked me out. He dumped me. It's because when you put classical music, sheet music in front of a 4-year-old, it's like you can't expect them to love music after that. But then, you know, it was my dynamic with music was like that until I was 14 and I got to California. That's when I discovered the blues. And oh boy, did Buddy Guy, Jimi Hendrix, those guys flipped my world upside down. That's when I really started pursuing music for real. And then when I got to Tokyo, that's when I met my 2 friends, Kaz and Gabe, at jazz band. And it was the first time I'd met people my age who were writing music. They introduced me to R&B and songwriting. And that's when I started songwriting almost every day.
The sky blue gets acting up. See the colors in the city lights.
The year I started top-lining was 2017 when I wrote my first song with my friend Kaz that I just mentioned. That was the first professional experience I had in this studio right here. And that's when I met one of the most important musical figures in my life right now, Dr. R. You know, at the time I was just a studio guitarist, I was a session guitarist. And that's what I thought my life was gonna be, and I was totally happy with that. But then, you know, gradually, as he played tracks at the back of the room, I would kind of hum the melodies, and it reached a point where he was like, why don't you try hopping on the mic and see how that sounds? And it turns out I was pretty good at it, and he put faith in me to continue with that. And then I'd say it was 2020 when COVID started that things really started to get serious for me. Started writing more songs here and got the opportunity to work with many artists. I learned the aspect of versatility to music, marketability, but also how to incorporate my own soul and my own unique style into music. And Dr. R, whom I just mentioned, was gracious enough to let me in his label, MNNF, which he just started. And that was very reminiscent of Rick Rubin, who started his own label from scratch, Def Jams. And I kind of watched this label grow into what it is now, which is, well, we're just getting started, but it's a pretty fire lineup in my opinion. That's what pushed me into becoming my own artist and what fueled me with the confidence to become Carlo Redl, you know, my own image, and yeah, and that's where we're at now.